How I discovered the truth behind my stepson's hatred. For 5 years, Thomas and I built a life together. 2 of those years as a married couple. Thomas had a 19-year-old son, Rob, from a previous marriage. Rob's mother had passed away 5 years before Thomas and I met. Since Rob was 9 years old, he'd shown troubling behavior that only got worse over time. By the time he was 13 or 14, I met Rob for the first time. From the outset, he made it abundantly clear that he would never accept me, nor allow me to take his mother's place. Despite my efforts to befriend him, Rob remained steadfast in his rejection of me. I discussed the situation with Thomas, suggesting that Rob might benefit from therapy to manage his emotions. Thomas told me they had already tried various strategies to no avail, as Rob didn't seem interested in improving. Even so, Thomas had decided to give us a chance, saying I was the first woman he truly cared about since his wife's passing. We met on a few dates, and ours was the only relationship that endured. That honesty and sincerity made me value Thomas even more. As time went on, Rob's behavior was marked by tantrums and rudeness, which led me to gradually avoid interacting with him altogether. I repeatedly urged Thomas to take action regarding his son's conduct, but his efforts to correct Rob were always fruitless. Despite the challenges, I deeply loved Thomas and chose to stay by his side for nearly 6 years, continuously forgiving Rob. 3 years ago, Thomas proposed to me and also embarked on a new business venture. Unfortunately, the business didn't take off, and for the past few years, he's struggled to keep it afloat. I supported him financially for almost 3 years, but when it became clear that the business wasn't viable, I began suggesting that he reconsider his approach for the sake of our financial stability. This sparked frequent arguments between us, and Rob, overhearing our fights, mistakenly concluded that I was living off Thomas's money. The situation recently came to a head when Rob, out of sheer spite, took my car without permission and crashed it just before an extremely important meeting I had. When I confronted him, he responded with a smug smile. That was the final straw. That incident made me decide to divorce Thomas and distance myself from a family that never appreciated my effort and dedication.